My brother, you're welcome. Say good evening, Kai reporter from Chika E. I see you. I see you. Please do me a favor, share this video, share this particular broadcast. I don't think we are gonna waste much time. I'm here to react, just a quick reaction to this particular Afonjas video. So all I want from you is to make sure that you share it and like the video before we start. You're welcome. You're welcome, Franco Conco. I see you. You're welcome. You're welcome. Greetings to you. You're welcome. Please make sure you like the video. I'm waiting. Just once this minute, 7 minutes, I will start. I see you. I see you, Henry. You're welcome. Henry, you're welcome. You're welcome. Couple of minutes to go. Just 3 minutes to go. Or 3 seconds to go rather. We will start properly. So just bear with us. And make sure you like the video, of course. Click on the like button. We are here live. Yes, so I see you. I see you, Henry. I see you. All right, I think I'm done. I'm done sharing the video. Okay, so
Bull Nnamdi Kanu medically fit to stand trial.
good evening, Masakai report from Biafra land. I see you. Elomo. Elom. I see you, Elom. Magro. Magro, I see you. Mary Ike, you are here with us. That's good. Please do me a favor, like the video, click on the like button. Okay. Click on the like button. All right. Let's go there. Okay. So the video before you is a video made by a Yoruba guy. We have talked about this particular guy in the past. I don't know how many of you remember.
Are you doing?
How many of you remember this guy? There was a day I shared his video here. We ran program with that, and that video we tried our best to explain a lot of things about what he said there. Today, because his content is about Igbo people. Typical Afonja, original one. Always lay hands on something just to blame Igbo people. They'll do everything to figure out problem and label it on Igbo people. The video you're about to watch, or this video you are before you now, is this guy trying to justify why Masam Gano should be tried and, of course, jailed and all that. I want you to understand one thing. The reason why we talked about these people is not because we cannot just ignore them. We can. I can ignore. But for the sake of, for record purpose, we always want to make sure that everything that people are recording about us, that is the truth, without having any falsehood. Because if you keep quiet, they will end up using that thing against you. Do you understand? Please do me a favor, like the video, because this is later one. So make sure you like the video and share it to many platforms of your choice. He wants to make it clear, like he wants us to believe that Igbos are crying victim. They always say that, and I don't know why some of these people are saying that, like that Igbos are crying victim. I'm struggling to understand why they think like that, because if you know, Igbos are the only tribe that endured a lot in Nigeria. When we talk about it, they will tell you that you are crying victim. And you know what it means to be that when they say you are crying victim, what they're actually trying to say is that you are trying to make the whole world know that you are a victim here, or they victimize you because of who you are and where you come from. But in actual sense, there's nothing like that. That's why they say they're crying. Igbos are crying victim. So crying victim in the sense that you claim that they have done something wrong or terrible to you, but in the other hands, there's nothing is done to you. You are just saying it for you to attract sympathy. I don't know what exactly what is that thing they know that make them think like that, because I don't understand. Funny enough, I have seen some Igbo people saying the same thing. Just few of them, few Igbo people, trying to make it look like that. You know what? Let us start from let me go straight to the program. Chika said, I'm surprised that Showore was not arrested during this protest, but Masakano's brother and lawyer were arrested. It shows clearly the discrimination we speak about. People don't understand that as well. You know why I don't want to talk about it all this while? Because I don't want it to be like, you are trying to bring division on somebody who actually want to help Mazambican or want to help their friends. That's why I don't talk about it. But it's not about helping. It's about being real. Do you know that if you talk about this, if you say this now, they will twist it to something else. But ask yourself, the man who organized, who called for the protest, you understand? Who initiated that idea was not arrested, was Mazam Morcano brother and Mazam Morcano lawyer has been arrested. Is it fault of Shawore? No. It's not his fault. Because of what you said now, let me just check if I can bring up this this video, this write-up up. I hope I save it. I hope it's not something that is gonna okay. I think I have it here. Just because of what you said now, my brother. Okay. Now pay close attention. Although I flashed it in our, when we were streaming before, I flashed it before, but I did not read it or trying to make sense out of it. I just allow it to be there, just allow it to be there on the screen without touching it at all. But because of what you said now, let me bring it, or let me make it known to the public. All right. And just a moment. Oh my gosh. Please, once you join us, make sure you like the video, please. Okay. Fine. Let us expand it a little more so that you can see it for yourself. This is from Shore's Twitter. Okay. AKAS. Now, let us go through this write-up so that you understand everything. It's not as if it's not about just arresting them, but what followed the arrest will shock you. Shore said here, urgent, we have been informed that plans are allegedly in place at Kuje prison to harm Masnamano's younger brother, Fine Boy, and Aloy Ejimakor, his special counsel, inside Kuje prison by special orders assigned by the Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Let me take it again. Urgent, we have been informed that plans are allegedly in place at Kuje prison, where, everybody can find these two people, Mazamakanos' younger brother and Aloy Ejimakor. I just saved this, hoping to react on it later, but unfortunately, I was not able to do that all this. So if not this comment that this person Chika did now, I wouldn't have recorded this post also. But thank God he made this comment. See it for yourself. So there's a plan allegedly in place at Kuje prison to harm, not to massage, not to welcome, to harm Masnamano's younger brother, Fine Boy, and Aloy Ejimakor, Masnamano's special counsel, inside Kuje prison by special warders. Yeah, and then I don't know. Okay, not prisoners, warders, civil servants. Assigned by Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu himself. Remember, Aloy Ejimakor have already made a publication where he lamented about this issue of jumping from that they ignore other courts outside Kuje because they bypass those ones and drove them straight to Kuje prison, because that is where they have assigned people. People, others that have been assigned, that are working under the president himself, Tinubu. And their job now is to harm these two people. So as you are complaining about Masakano to be released, they're actually targeting his younger brother. What does that tell you? You know, if you complain now, you see Afonjas will tell you are crying victim. You are crying victim. So just mark this one, okay? Mazakai reports news. One name. Good morning. They will one name. They will just invest. God bless you for being here. I really appreciate you. Thank you. Emmanuel Gokuno Gejamande Bondin Kibazwa. Now I know those who actually like Kai reports. But you know, we are on a transition period. Many people don't know this, but I'm just saying we are on a transition period. Many things will soon happen. But my prayer is that it's not going to be an issue. It's not going to be an issue. So I hope you understand what that means. Mary said, the matter of Ndibo with Nigeria must end now through the old Anambra State election. All the Biafrans platforms should make it go viral in the internet by all means. Using must stand. I think you want to say USB must stand, I believe. Elumu said, good evening, Mazukari from Biafra Land. I think I've gone through this one before. And Chika E said, I'm surprised that Shora was okay. That's your comment is the reason why I decided to play this, so that you yourself will see that. And Kevin is here with us. I see you, Kevin. You're welcome. Ogwejo 4. There was Mazukari report. There's Mazukari. He said, but he said, anything that happened to Fine Boy and Barrister Ejima Kotinubu will be held responsible. My sister, nothing. Let's just pray that nothing will happen to them. How can you hold him responsible? People that are dealing with us left and right. So, yes, I mean to say USB. Yeah, of course I do. I understand that. Please hit the like button in case if you have not. It's not going to cost you anything. It is worth doing. Who actually made the comment about USB election? I think that is Mary Ike. I think you are the one that made. Said that you are the one. The one thing about the election is that it is a guarantee. Like that one is done and dusted. Do you understand? It's done and dusted. There's nothing to worry about. I believe everything is in place. That is my belief as for watching from outside. But like I always tell you, let not fold our hand. We still need more support, okay, to make things be the way it's supposed to be. So that is it. You can see the injustice. Tinubu ignored Sowore and decided to go after Aloy Ejimako and Fine Boy. A lot of that's why I said that the only thing we need now, not the government alone, we also need Mossad system. Mossad system is needed very, very urgently. Everybody will spit on your face as long as you're not in the government, as long as you're not a governor, or you are not related to any politician. You are just like a prey that is there for a take. Anything can happen to you at any given time, unless you understand how to be yourself and comport yourself and be focused. Otherwise, you end up, regretting it, which is very, very sad, to be honest with you. But what can you do if not just to beg? Protest, you can protest. Yorubas are not protesting for you because it's not an insult, it's what the system is all about. And our people, those who have voice, are hiding their voice because some of them, they hide their voice until their voice become, get sour, that even when they want to use it, their voice is no longer loud as it used to be. Okay, somebody say, what is Mossad? Kevin, you don't know? Please, can somebody tell this umbrella? What is Mossad? Mossad is a group, is Israeli group. Okay, Israeli group. Thank you so much, my brother Chika. He said, thanks for exposing the lies and evil plot. I'm a sister from Imo State. Don't, my bad, my sister. I grew up having people that bear that name Chika. All of them are boys, So, and truly, it's a unisex. I understand. Some girls bear the name Chika. First time I come in contact with somebody. What is the name of that person? Chinedu, a lady, a girl bearing the name Chinedu. I was like, I honestly, I felt like I am insulting to call that name. I always, it was very difficult for me to call because it makes me feel like I am insulting the person. But actually, it's not an insult. Many Igbo names are unisex. Do you understand? So I am very sorry, my sister. Ogwejofo said, I saw a video tonight. Alaba Market is on fire, is on flame tonight. Yeah, I've seen that. Somebody have shared it on our WhatsApp group. I've seen that. You see, all this is going on, happening, and it's painful, but it's good. Hear me out before we move to the program. It is painful, but somehow it is good. You know why it's good? Our people are made. We made ourselves, nobody make us. We made ourselves to learn in a hard way, in a very difficult way. You see something that you need to follow and do, and it shall be well with you. You chose not to do it because you think you are smart. You think you are all and all. Everything going on today is a result of I don't care attitude. When something is happening in Imo State, insecurity in Imo State, you in Anambra, in Enugu, in Abia, in Aba, no, if I go defend Imo State. You understand that kind of mentality? That is one of the worst things to do in this present age. Some of us don't understand the danger we are in. Many people don't understand it. And they are planning and strategizing every now and then. They are strategizing every now and then to make sure they validate what I don't know. Do you understand? And many are waking up. This injustice must touch everybody before you regain your senses. You see this injustice? This injustice, it will touch every corner. So that at the end of the day, you will realize that before job, and you prepare yourself to do the needful at any given time. That is what I'm seeing coming. Are you surprised that the market is burning? The leaked audio or the conversation of Yoruba group on S trending, calling Igbo people, my guy, don't pay, shout, hallelujah. It's not trending. It trend, but after watching it, people will be like, now why this country safe? That's all. It ended. Remember just a comment of a lady, Igbo lady. Once they notice that is a lady, that Amaka is a Igbo girl. If the even National Assembly started debating it, how to repatriate Amaka for making comment against Yoruba people who have been attacking Igbo people for no reason. Imagine if I go on space and begin to lambast on Yoruba people, and that video went viral. They will start tracing who is this, where is this guy, what did he say, that kind of thing. It will be a national discussion. Ruben Abati, all of them will gather together to discuss about it. I'm not here promoting, hatred. I'm actually complaining so that people can now feel our pain and stop saying that Igbos are crying victim. Igbos are crying victim. We have another comment from Ojus Invest. La Zuba, Sudan, General, Madam Mad Woman, she's saying Namodi Okukano did not recognize her, recognize her. Recognize who? You do not mention who is her. Mazaka report news. Can you imagine stupid woman saboteur? The Mazaka did not recognize who. Let me understand. Who are you? Is it you mean USB government? The Mazaka did not recognize who. Or just invest. Please make your comment clear to me. I want to understand what you're saying. Did not recognize who. Please, I expect you to complete make the comment again. Thank you so much for this your comment to our sister who support us. Thank you for that. Lazuba, no, he did not understand my question. He said Lazuba Ada Sudan General, mad woman. She's saying Namodoku Kano did not recognize her. Did not recognize, was she talking to herself or to somebody that did not recognize her? Mazakai News. Can you imagine this stupid woman saboteur? I don't quite get what you're trying to say, my brother. Okay, let me move on.
Nnamdi Kanu's health condition does not.
Start from the beginning.
From a cable, Nnamdi Kanu medically fit to stand trial. NMA tells court. The Nigerian Medical Association says Nnamdi Kanu's health condition does not appear life-threatening. In a ruling on September 26, James Omotosho, presiding judge, had issued an order directing the president of the NMA to constitute an investigative.
Okay, so that I pause this video. This our brother said that La Zuba, Ada Sudan General, mad woman. She's saying Nnamdi Kanu did not. Okay, so you mean did or did not? If of course, are you expecting Masakan to recognize her? La Zuba Ada Sudan General. Oh, Masakan cannot recognize a mad person. Are you expecting him Masakan to recognize her? No, recognize her in terms of what? How can Masakan recognize somebody like that? Yeah, before Masakan will recognize you, must be doing something that what it isn't it? What is she doing apart from calling names and insulting herself? Anyway, please let's pay attention to the program. This video. Pay attention to this.
From a cable, Nnamdi Kanu medically fit to stand trial. NMA tells court. The Nigerian Medical Association says Nnamdi Kanu's health condition does not appear life-threatening. In a ruling on September 26, James Omotosho, presiding judge, had issued an order directing the president of the NMA to constitute an investigative panel to ascertain the defendant's health status. Omotosho gave the directive while ruling on an application seeking to move Kanu, leader of the proscribed indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, from the Department of State Services DSS custody to the National Hospital in the Federal Capital Territory for treatment. I don't know if
do you know why they always, each time they talk about IPOB, they have to emphasize prescribed? They have to emphasize that word, prescribed. Do you know why? Because they know that the word, the prescription or whatever they call that, is fake. Have you seen any of them that says the leader of Boko Haram, leader of proscribed Boko Haram? Have you seen anybody saying that? They don't add it to that. Ask yourself why. They don't talk about leader of ISWAP, proscribed ISWAP. No. They don't talk about leader of Hezbollah, proscribed Hezbollah. No. They don't talk about leader of proscribed bandit. No. But every now and then, leader of proscribed in the Biafra, IPOB. That is how they want to use phosphorus to make it stand. Like that is what it is. God is always on our side. Yes, so the Damaka, you're welcome. Don't mind me. Now, please like the video in case if you are new here, subscribe and please be part of this family. Now, watch.
If you remember, a while back, folks from Kanu's corner were saying he was sick, his kidney, his liver, his this and that.
Okay.
Apparently, the court is saying that there's nothing wrong with him, like he's fit and he can stand trial, and we shouldn't be, again, bamboozled by. I mean, if he was sick, they should let him go. But apparently, in fact, let me just read a few more things from this place.
So the court said that he's fit. So when the court is not a hospital, but they will say it anyway because the intention of keeping him there constantly or prolong his detention and everything is just to get him, get his organ destroyed and let everything fail. Then they can, release him when they feel that he cannot survive. That kind of thing. That is the agenda. That is the agenda. But God passed them.
The IPOB leader had claimed that his health had deteriorated in detention, citing medical reports that revealed liver and pancreatic complications, a lump under his armpit, and dangerously low potassium levels. But the prosecution had opposed the application, insisting that the federal government had provided Kanu with adequate care.
Ogwejobo said that the APC and PDP are also proscribed. They are proscribed terrorist organizations. They don't do they care? Even after proscribing them, you see politicians are jumping from another terrorist group to another one because APC and PDP have been proscribed by Canadian courts, and they don't even question that.
In detention. At the court session on Thursday, Adegbwe Gawomola Prosecution Counsel said the report has been received and filed in court on October 13, and it has also been served on the defense. Kanu Agabi, the defendant's counsel, admitted that they have been served. In the report read in open court, the NMA panel concluded that Kanu is fit to stand trial. Based on the information contained in the report and in the absence of any objection from lawyers to parties, Omotosho said the court was convinced that the defendant could proceed with the trial. Omotosho said he would give 6 consecutive dates for the defendant to open and close his defense. Agabi urged the court to fix a date for the defendant to be brought before it so that defense counsel could interview him, expressing concern that the DSS might eavesdrop if the meeting were held at its facility. It then fixed Wednesday, October 22, between 9 a.m. and 1 p.m. for the meeting. They are going to have to confer privately in court. Essentially, Nnamdi Kanu is going to stand trial. But his lawyer, after leaving the court, decided to speak to the press. This is what he had to say. Please take a listen to this.
Before you bring your stupidity out again, you said that Masakan is going to face trial. What has Masakan been doing? What has he been doing for past 4 to 5 years? What exactly do you call that? What exactly do you call that? When you talk, they say you are crying victim. That is the annoying part of all this nonsense. When you talk, they say you are crying victim. I don't understand. Crying victim in terms of what? In what aspect? In what area actually? In what aspect you are crying victim? Negent.
You are talking about somebody's life. Of course, as a matter of this thing, the Igbos are on trial. This is a war against the Igbos. Of course, you are here. when the president ordered the police and the army to go and negotiate and have a discussion with the terrorists and the non-bandits in this town, and somebody that is exercising his rights as given to him by the constitution, both local and international legislations, and you say that he should enter trial. Trial for what? What is it? What are you trying for? Do you have even jurisdiction? Does the court have jurisdiction to entertain this particular matter? Somebody that has been discharged by court of appeal. So we don't want to go into that. This is a trial. Again, this is the Igbos are on trial. This is a
now remember, this guy is being considered to be that his people see him as educated. Oye for Nebana. He paraded himself, he carried himself as a civil, educated man. I don't know him, and I don't care to know. Do you understand? The thing is that what Maxwell Okwara said here, that court they don't have even jurisdiction to try Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Do you understand? They don't have the jurisdiction to try him. Despite saying this thing, quoting lawyer, he's here asking another question, asking you the same question, telling you how Mazi Kanu will be tried. Emily and Faith, I see you. You're welcome. Your test fund is confusing. It's difficult to read. Obi-Wan is here with us, our brother. How are you? You're welcome. Ike Jesus, good evening to you. Nice to have you, my brother. You're welcome. Mary Ike said the worst grievous mistake Igbo we make is not to support USVG and their own nation. Of course, I don't expect everybody to support. I won't lie to you. It is normal to have opposition. But like I always tell you, let us pray that the supporter outnumber the non-supporter. Time will tell. As the whole thing, as they are burning their businesses down, man. I'm not happy to hear that, but this is what must happen for some of our people, for them to regain their sense of reason. They have lost it. You know what? As long as that shop and their building stands, telling them to relocate is a very big task. In fact, it's mission impossible. They're not going to do anything. Nice to hear that, everyone. Nice to hear that. You're welcome. Please, in case if you are just joining us, do not forget to like the video, just to prove that you are not a ghost. All right, because the platform also want to be sure if the people watching the video are human beings or not. So like the video. Let's continue.
Prosecution, not a prosecution. And I stand by it. And I'm calling the entire Nigerians. It's the Igbos and somebody that has been discharged by court of appeal. So we don't want to go into that. This is a trial. Again, this is the Igbos are on trial. This is a persecution, not a prosecution. And I stand by it. And I'm calling the entire Nigerians. It's the Igbos and the Nnamdi Kanu today. It can be another person tomorrow. And we should stand against it. That's why we are protesting. Should we be treating a human being like this? Simply because the offense Nnamdi Kanu committed is because he's an Igbo man. Can you do it somebody from the north? Can you do it somebody from the west? You cannot. People have been agitating. Son has been going around agitating for Republic of Oduduwa. Have you ever arrested him? The answer is no. Because Nnamdi Kanu is an Igbo and he sees that nobody can speak with him for him. And we are saying no to that. We can never be intimidated. Nobody is more Nigerian than anybody. Nobody is a second-class citizen in this country, and we are going to fight it. I'm begging judiciary not allow yourself to be used. They know what they are doing. Are you telling me that it was on the 13th? Court gave you 2 weeks. After 2 weeks, you now produce the document on the 13th, and you kept it with you. You do not allow us to go and see our clients with it, only for you to serve us 5 minutes before court is sitting, and you ask us to respond. Is this injustice or injustice, for goodness sake? You should call evil, and when you call evil, it will stop existing.
That's not supposed to be a lawyer.
To him, that's supposed to be a lawyer. Negent, that's supposed to be a lawyer. This Afonjas telling you that's supposed to be a lawyer, but he's not a lawyer. Okay, let's hear you.
Nnamdi Kanu is on trial. He says the Igbos that are on trial. Again, let's use this to do a little history class. 1948 it was. Another Nnamdi. This time Nnamdi Azikiwe had returned from a trip to the UK representing NCNC with some other leaders, including Madam Olufunmilara Ransome-Kuti. They had raised money for them to travel. They raised £13,000. They went and then they returned. And when they returned, the trip was considered utter failure. It was so bad that the Igbos in the southeast decided to organize a day of mourning because they didn't have any, you can't say that this is something they achieved. So they went to the UK, returned, they didn't achieve much, or even say nothing. They didn't achieve anything. Anyway, they had a day of mourning in the eastern region. When they returned to the western region, people started asking questions, and then it got to the point of talking about money. This was between 47 and 48. And so they started asking for like, okay, so give us accounting of how much you spent on the trip. Well, after it was prodded long enough, he said, wait, out of the £13,000 that we got to travel to the UK, 9,000 came from the eastern region. That's from Azikiwe. People started, having issues with what it was doing. And that spilled into what happened in 48, with all the shenanigans that West African Pilot was doing with the Yoruba people. But there's a statement they made. The statement they made in 48 was that any attack on Nnamdi Azikiwe was an attack on the Igbos.
Okay.
You know what? Let me find that page. The book is written by Remi Adekoya. The point is that this thing where folks cannot have a say on matters, or you cannot even discuss the merit of an issue without introducing tribalism or your tribe and ethnic identity, and then you turn around and call everybody tribalist. In other words, the only person who invokes ethnicity or ethnic identity into conversations is the one who turns around to call every other person tribalist if you don't go along with what he considers to be the right thing based on his understanding of what ethnic identity should guarantee you in Nigeria. I will find that thing today, I promise. Mumbo. So let me read from Remi Adekoya's thesis that's between the ethnic and the national. It says here, meanwhile, at a mass meeting of Igbos in Lagos, it was declared personal attacks on Azikiwe would be considered I'll take that again. Meanwhile, at a mass meeting of Igbos in Lagos, it was declared personal attacks on Azikiwe would be considered attacks on the Igbo nation, in quote. So what happens basically is this. If somebody from Igbo land does something wrong, you're not supposed to say anything, because if you do, it will be considered an attack on his people. Therefore, you're supposed to shut up.
Okay.
This issue is...
I'm going to take the video down and bring it up again because it's not playing very, very well. I can see the video is somehow cracking, which is not supposed to be. So just bear with me. Let me get it back and see if it will play smoothly. Okay.
Nnamdi Kanu medically fit to stand trial, NMA tells court.
That's up here.
Because they didn't have any, you can't say that this is something they achieved. So they went to the UK, returned, they didn't achieve much, or even say nothing. They didn't achieve anything. Anyway, they had a day of mourning in the eastern region. When they returned to the western region, people started asking questions, and then it got to the point of talking about money. This was between 47 and 48.
What this guy is trying to tell you is that Igbos always cry victim. That Igbos always cry victim. That an attack on Igbo, an attack on any Igbo person is an attack on the whole Igbo people. And that statement did not sit down well with him. That's why he's running head-to-head from Abarina to claim, just to prove that Igbos always, they're out to protect their own, right? Which is not true. Which is not true. But he's saying it with his full chest. Okay, if you think that an attack on Master Khan is not an attack on Igbo person, you know what happened to Sunday Igboho. You know how his own was treated. Even just yesterday on the protest, Aloy Ejimako and Master Khan's brother was arrested. Showore is moving freely, no problem. I'm not saying that they deserve to be arrested, but it is personal. Do you understand? It is personal. If you want to crack down the protest, the first person you should follow is the leader. That's the person you should just go after. But you did not do that, and you started to pick on Masgano brother and Aloy Ejimako. Nobody should be arrested because it was a peaceful protest. And until today, they have refused to release Aloy Ejimako. They said he must be in their custody until Friday. I'm going to go on a Friday. I said, I was on Monday. Trying to hold him. And this is order from Tinubu himself. From Tinubu himself. Who knows? It could be one of the governors some of the governors that are holding Masanukan or doing everything to hold him behind it. I'm not saying that Tinubu is innocent, because Tinubu also want to deal with Masanukan. That's not the fact. Why? Because of what Masanukan said. You do understand? Exposing them is what they hate so much. They don't like it. Anyway, let's hear from this guy. Wait.
And so they started asking for, like, okay, so give us accounting of how much you spent on the trip. Well, after it was prodded long enough, he said, wait, out of the £13,000 that we got to travel to the UK, 9,000 came from the Eastern region. That's from Azikiwe. People started, having issues with what he was doing. And that spilled into what happened in 48, with all the shenanigans that West African Pilot was doing with the Yoruba people. But there's a statement they made. The statement they made in 48 was that any attack on Nnamdi Azikiwe was an attack on the Igbos. You know what? Let me find that page.
Please, if you have not liked
the book is written by Remi Adekoya.
Hit on that button.
The point is that this thing where folks cannot have a say on matters, or you cannot even discuss the merits of an issue without introducing tribalism or your tribe and ethnic identity, and then you turn around and call everybody tribalist. In other words, the only person who invokes ethnicity or ethnic identity into conversations is the one who turns around to call every other person tribalist if you don't go along with what he considers to be the right thing based on his understanding of what ethnic identity should guarantee you in Nigeria. I will find that thing today, I promise. Mambo. So let me read from my...
Chika, he's not, my sister, he's not a journalist. He's just a content creator who claimed that he's educated and he can talk. You understand?
Remi Adekoya's thesis that between the ethnic and the national. It says here, meanwhile, at a mass meeting of Igbos in Lagos, it was declared personal attacks on Azikiwe would be considered I'll take that again. Meanwhile, at a mass meeting of Igbos in Lagos, it was declared personal attacks on Azikiwe would be considered attacks on the Igbo nation, in quote. So what happens basically is this. If somebody from Igbo land does something wrong, you're not supposed to say anything because If you do, it will be considered an attack on his people. Therefore, you're supposed to shut up.
That's not what it means. Once you attack somebody unjustly, once you make all this movement that some of you guys love to do, that's what we are talking about. For example, have you seen any Igbo person saying that arrest of a van is an attack on Igbo person? He's an Igbo person who was involved in kidnapping business and all that, and nobody is actually criticizing anybody for that. You get the point. So, but you know how to twist it now to suit your narrative, to suit your agenda. They are not the same, and they cannot be the same. The issue of what is going on now is not as if when let's assume that Master can commit all these things that you guys are claiming. People will not do the same thing. People will just be like, okay. But make sure you use the same energy on issue that has to do with your own tribe, Yoruba, or the Northerners. Some people that the American lawyer mentioned here is a typical example of what selective justice is all about. You went to Kenya to kidnap an American, but you couldn't even repatriate some people from what is the name of this Benin Republic. Do you understand it? And when people talk, you said they are crying victim. How about
this issue is an issue against Nnamdi Kanu. I don't know what I want for him, to be honest. Because yesterday, I was watching a video in 2014, I think, 2015. 2015 was a conference in Maryland, in the United States, where he was asking for arms and ammunition. He was telling them to give them money. Maybe I even play it. He was asking them to give him money that they're going to sponsor IPOB to get arms and ammunition to fight. And people were saying, what are you talking about? There were moderate Igbos, there were sensible Igbos in that meeting who were like, this thing you're talking about, like, it's serious. Like, why are you, in fact, I'll play one of those ladies, because she didn't even talk herself. I beg, 1 second, may I play her? How did I switch to Pidgin? Me and this Pidgin, it is well. I want you to take a listen to this. This was in Maryland at the World Igbo Congress it was in Los Angeles, not Maryland, Los Angeles, 2015. Take a listen to this, please.
Okay.
I don't understand. You have given a mandate, you have given a date, and you say it's do or die. So I don't know. You're not gonna die. Because I know too that America would have not been like this today if Martin Luther did not stand his ground and go to war and fight for peace. And that's why people like me is here today to enjoy. But I want to ask you all that how can we, at this interim time, go into this, I don't know. Another war. It's like it's something like another war. My heart is just like, so what is going on? Please. Yes.
Okay. The fact of the matter is that we have to speak the truth. It may not sound very palatable, but as our brother, Dr. George Verisi, spoke earlier about truthfulness and honesty.
Because let me again thank you for the effort you are making on behalf of all of us Igbos and Biafrans. But I want to ask, because after a while, we gotta start thinking. I don't want to would accept the fact that the change in name will make us different. Name was see. As we stand here today, there are at least 7 states that are predominantly Igbos. And in the context of Nigeria, none of them have reported to us that they never received federal allocation. And as I see, even you and I here, we have not agitated in the state we come from to make things better for our people. And we are going to the federal.
The man, that was a meeting. It's actually long. I don't want to play everything. But the point I'm trying to make is that they're responding to a particular statement that he made, asking that he wanted to buy guns and they're going to give them money.
Okay.
If we miss this golden opportunity, we are bound to suffer in time to come. I have not come, of course, we love all of you. I like the fact that you are doing very well, all of you in America. But there is one more thing that you must do. You must come out to support what you are doing. We need guns and we need bullets. I know we love life so much. That's why we name the human being a mad. That's why we don't kill. To kill somebody is very difficult for us. So to ask the gathering of people who will please that we need guns and bullets and weapons will be very, very difficult for you to digest. But without it, our will overrun us. They have succeeded in planting a culture in Imo State. One big, massive problem we have. The same thing that happens in Akwa Ibom. If they succeed in triangulating, because in life everything is in triangle, if they get away, if they take Igbos out, then we are finished as a people. Completely gone as a race. You will come back home, you don't know the way to your father's compound, because they are coming. Program is everywhere in their land. They will overrun us in a matter of minutes. And the world will not talk about it, because mankind is afraid of Biafra. They believe that Biafra, after Biafra comes, the world will come to an end. Ask any wise man, they will tell you. They believe that Biafra is the last miracle. Once it comes, life will come to an end as we know it. But we know that they are wrong. We know that this very promise that was made to us long time ago, only if we go back to the Most High, we will realize our potential must be seen in our lifetime. We have the potential in this room to do it, only if we can rise up to that very challenge. That is why the same way that Israel stood against every God is how Biafra is going to stand. Not just as a pinnacle to the survivability of the people who are downtrodden, people who we are pressed down for very long, but as a willing testimony to the kindness and the goodness of the Most High. I thank you all very much for listening, and I do hope in time to come that you bring yourself to appreciate what we are doing. Thank you very much.
I believe it's going to be the last. Biafra, the last miracle. Boko Haram was going to Eastern Nigeria in 2015. Boko Haram, Emo Berolong, Anokomulai. Boko Haram in 2015 going to the East. It says they're going to need guns and they'll need bullets. This is the same person that the lawyer is saying the only reason Nigeria is trying him is because he's Igbo. In other words, forget the fact that he has done anything or said anything. Forget TSN. The only reason that is being done is because they are persecuting him. I'd like you to take a listen again to that.
Now, you see, this is the problem. This is the problem. What Masakano said there has nothing to do with what this guy is trying to turn it to. Masakano predicted that this is what is going to happen, what is going to come rather, is going to happen in our land, that they are coming. Not that we are going to invite them, that they are coming. Truly, the question is, after all these things, did that thing he said, did it happen or not? Did it happen or not? Did you, even in your own forest, Yoruba forest, did you witness the presence of Fulani after this broadcast? Thank God you said this broadcast. He made this. He attended this town hall meeting far back then in 2015. The question is, after he made that comment, what everything he said there, has it happened or not? Are we witnessing it or not? Is it just a mere talk? It is personal because you ignored Sondibo, who ran to Benin Republic. Nigerian government did not go there and, for repatriation. They actually detained him there in Benin Republic and dragged him to court. Of course, Obasanjo and Yoruba leaders, they came for him, and the whole thing was died off. Whereas in Igbo, they are the one telling army and security how to make sure that Mazen Mekano remains in the custody without anything. If you want to judge Mazen Mekano based on what he said about catapult and graph and all that, the question is, did you catch him or caught him doing something illegal with him, with a bullet and anything? Just that he talk, and therefore you say that he deserves to be hanged. He deserves to do what do you stand to gain from that? I'm just asking. Some people don't understand when we complain about these Afonjas. Some of us actually believe that we are saying it because you don't know what to say, or you are just wasting time. Some even claim they know already. There's no need to pay attention again. But what you don't know is bigger than you. What you don't know is bigger than you. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was not tried in Kenya. They kidnap him, forcefully take him, drag him to Nigeria. But Sunday Igboho, his case is different. And this man is here saying that that Igbos, they always say that. They said the same thing during the time of Nnamdi Azikiwe again. You don't want to tell us, you want to pretend that you don't know what is going on. Now, comparing Yoruba and Igbo in Nigeria is funny. Like, unless if you must be a very good liar to do that. But before then, let us play the video again, because there's something he said that I want to capture it now.
Lawyer go call him Abi. And where I call himself, so no call him lawyer. Please take a listen to him again.
This thing, the Igbos are on trial. Okay. This is a war against the Igbos. Of course, you are here when the president ordered the police and the army to go and negotiate and have a discussion with the terrorists and the non-bandits in this town.
Okay.
And somebody that is exercising his rights, as given to him by the constitution, both local and international legislations, and you say that he should enter trial. Trial for what? What is it? What are you trying for? Do you have even jurisdiction? Does the court have jurisdiction to entertain this particular matter? Somebody that has been discharged by court of appeal. Okay. So we don't want to go into that. This is a trial. Again, these Igbos are on trial. This is a persecution, not a prosecution. And I stand by it. And I'm calling the entire Nigerians. Is the Igbos and the Nnamdi Kanu today can be another person tomorrow, and we should stand against it. That's why we are protesting. Why should we be treating a human being like this? Simply because the offense Nnamdi Kanu committed is because he's an Igbo man. Can you do it somebody from the north? Can you do it somebody from the west? You cannot. People have been agitating. Son has been going around agitating for Republic of Oduduwa. Have you ever arrested him? The answer is no. Because Nnamdi Kanu is an Igbo, and they feel that nobody can speak with him for him. And we are saying no to that. We can never be intimidated. Nobody is more Nigerian than anybody.
This is the problem. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu case is not, more. Mazen Kanu have not done anything. In the same context, where this guy is telling you that you guys the Igbos are crying victim, man. The video he played, Mazen Kanu proposed to buy catapult and graph, asking for money. Asking for money is different from I have it with me now. This is it, and I'm using it to do what I told you that I'm gonna do. He did not even buy anything then. They declined. Igbos in US, they are the one that drag everything the way it is, but it's a story for another day. He said that he wanted to buy something. He did not buy it yet. Because of that, he not requested for that. But we are here watching. As we are here when Asaro Dobo came out with, he brought out rifle, threatening the Igbo race that is going to buy all of them. No trial, no question, nothing whatsoever. Everybody mute your mouth, no problem. We are here when Oba of Lagos claimed that he's going to throw Igbo people to Lagoon. Threatened. We watched it, no arrest, nothing whatsoever was done. Are you getting the point now? Then they were like, hey, now wow. Anyway, what?
Nobody is a second-class citizen in this country, and we are going to fight it. I'm begging judiciary not allow yourself to be used. They know what they are doing.
Nobody is a second-class citizen in this country. I want you to pay attention to how Afonjas twisted.
Are you telling me that it was on the 13th? Court gave you 2 weeks. After 2 weeks, you now produce the document on the 13th, and you kept it with you. You do not allow us to go and see our client with it, only for you to serve us 5 minutes before court is sitting, and you ask us to respond. Is this injustice or injustice, for goodness sake? Okay. You should call Evo. And when you call Evo, it will stop existing.
Well, in this country, when Sunday Igbo's house was raided by security officials from the DSS, they didn't say that because it was Yoruba, I could do anything he wanted. When this country where El Zakzaki was prosecuted, was in prison for a very long time, we're all in this country, is a northerner. This thing is about issues, not about ethnic origin of the person. And if you can just focus on that issue, perhaps.
Yeah, you should be ashamed of yourself. You are comparing Sunday Igboho trial with that of Mazen American. Ask yourself, why didn't UDS go to why is it that they did not go to the Republic to repatriate Sunday Igboho? Mazen face was covered, sealed his face. Do you understand that? But you did not do that to Sunday Igboho. He's moving freely now. Still agitating though.
You'll be able to.
Oh, by the way, speaking of buying gravel and buying catapult, Northerners are they not Nigerian? You are here trying to justify that the reason why Masakan was first tried because he claimed that he needed money to buy gravel and catapult. But you yourself, you did not bother to talk about what they're doing in the north. You don't talk about it. Now they want to talk about Ezazaki. Ezazaki case is different as well. It is different. They are not the same. They are not the same. And if that is what you want to justify, you see, must you promote evil because it has to do with Igbo people? A country that you claim that Igbos are crime victim, no seaport, no international airport, nothing, no government presence, no federal government presence, not even local government though, not even state. Everything is just patch. Today, you are here telling us that Mazen Mekano is what he said in 2015. Therefore, he should not question federal government. What about Asaro Dokobo, who brought out the rifle, threatened the Igbo race? What about the of Lagos, who did the same? Liars and deceivers.
Argue your case. I don't know if he's guilty or not. That's left to the court. But this whole thing where you play the victim and try to change the narrative, and yes, you're right. Apart from the fact that Sunday Igboho's house was raided, he escaped to Benin Republic. He was arrested in Benin Republic. Nigerian lawyers lawyers representing Nigerian government also went to Benin Republic to prosecute him.
Then what stopped federal government to persecute Masamokani in Kenya? You see why you are evil, all of you. You see why you are evil. What stopped them from persecuting Masamokani in Kenya? Why repatriating him forcefully? Break international law to make sure that they drag him to Nigeria, because only Nigeria can do this what they're doing unto him. And Masamokani's lawyer and his Masamokani brother came out to join Shore to protest, and they were arrested with other people, not only them.
And then he was under house arrest in Benin Republic. So the idea that because he was Yoruba, they didn't do anything to him. When you talk like this again, if a young Igbo person hears supposed people are supposed to be educated, how do you want them to think? You are the one saying that nobody is more Nigerian. Who says anybody is more Nigerian? Say nobody is second class. You're actually second class. Not because you are, but because you say you are. Therefore,
look at you actually a second.
Well,
he said it here. You actually a second class, not because you are, but because you said you are and you are. So if I said I'm not a Nigerian, then I want Biafra. So would you also use the same methodology to no? Then you realize that no, you have to follow what the government said. Upon all this thing that is going on now, Igbos are bad, Igbos are crying victim. Use your platform, advocate that Igbos should go. Do you understand? Use it. You won't do that. Igbo people are bad. They are evil. They're this. They're that. Only on something that has nothing to do with Biafra freedom. As long as it has to do with Biafra freedom, then it's an offense. Anyway, my bro, I'm gonna end it here. I just say let me quickly react on this. All right, and we are gonna come back again later tomorrow. Please, before you go, like this video and share it widely. Let me know what you think about it. The Afonjas are not sleeping. They always have a way of pushing out wrong narrative. Okay, and a lot of things is going against Igbo people. So many things is working against Igbo people. And anybody telling you otherwise is actually lying to you. That they want you to see what they're saying as the right thing, but they are not getting anything right. They are not getting anything right. If you don't know what Igbos are passing through, if you don't know what are going through, that means you are lying to yourself. Is it in terms of education? The cutoff mark to even get admission in Nigeria is a different thing altogether. If you talk about politics, like political appointment and presidency, Igbos can never ever become a president in Nigeria. It's not possible. Now you can see the way they are arresting people now. Showore was there. Mazen Nakam's lawyer was there. Mazen Nakam's brother was there as well. And when they want to arrest, they just move ahead and pick these two and other people. Even there's one reverend there. I don't know which church. Okay, that one was also they arrest him and drag him to Kuje prison. So they are all in Kuje prison as we speak until Friday. Then you ask yourself why. Why? And somebody will tell me, like one guy, let me see if I will, just a moment. Do I have a way to bring that that conversation here. That caller, he joined program on X, and I was like, what is wrong with these people? What is exactly wrong with it? This guy was busy defending, if you see how he's promoting Nigerian police. Wait, let me see if I have access to that here. Just a moment. So okay, what if I go my guy? Is it possible? Okay.
I was the only person when Sunday Bobo's house was raided and all his people were, including his cat, was killed. That was the only person in this Abuja who went to the Federal High Court who took the GSS out of this front of the courthouse. And that was the this was granted bail. Nobody talked about it. There are Yoruba activists who were invaded Canadian states. Have you heard about them anymore? People call me my brother. It's back. It's actually all this people that have friends. Sometimes I've never tried a weapon before. Most of these guys have done things like that.
It's noisy.
Different. And I'm not saying that to weak person because I'm ashamed of these Southeastern leaders.
To not really have the popularity as such, the organics of popularity as such. Maybe they have like
just a moment. I'm looking for that
to the end. To realize that they don't kill real observer. It speaks a lot.
Your game do not make cool.
You have
if you want this
substantial.
Maybe they're very protecting us. All of a sudden they turn to criminals. That they kill people.
Yeah.
Like in my village, these people want
that question. He was doing revolution. Now they arrested him for the first time. Like Buhari charged him of is it terrorism or treason or something like that, He still fought for those policemen few months back. And these are the same people that will come out and tell you they want new Nigeria. A new Nigeria is possible. There is not. They are liars. These people are pretenders of new Nigeria is possible. These are political brouhaha or gimmick. They want to.
My brother, sorry to go. You don't know if funny.
Okay, I think I need to spend time to look at that particular one.
I need to spend time.
No, they want to bring people against Nnamdi Kanu because they hate Nnamdi Kanu.
Of course, you
the politics of hate.
Just a moment.
If it is not for me, if it's not what my interest, I cancel it.
Sorry.
Okay, I need to work on this one. I need to work on it because the guy called in. He said he's from Anambra State. What he said will shock you. Do you understand? This Twitter space happened to be, I think the chief host, I don't know, he called himself a Liberation. And the co-host is saying, so it's just like one Nigerianist forum. They gathered together there and they were discussing a way forward for their own interests and all that. What I'm trying to say is that some of us don't even know the history. Some of us don't even understand what is going on. Some of us don't even understand that the plan is not to rule Nigeria, but to make sure that everything about the Igbo people are being crushed. That's why what Vedak Man is doing today, I don't see that as a joke. Like I see that as a well orchestrated attack on Igbo people. Some may not agree with me, but that's how I feel. That's how I feel, and I have every right to feel that way. Somebody reached out to me and said, "Kai report, you are taking it too far. It's just like you are being sentimental because Igbos are not. It's not about Igbo. I'm talking about the saga between Very Dark Man and the Lord. That issue to me is a very big suspect. I suspect that full time. But that's a story for another day. So if you know, you know. If you don't understand what Igbo people are going through as an Igbo person, as a Southeasterner, or even non-Igbo speaking tribe, but you are from the old Eastern region, think deep. All our region is undeveloped. I'm not talking about individual effort. I'm talking about government structure, or maybe, what government, they don't care. They don't care. The hospital in the eastern part now are all private, very expensive, of course. Private. The only thing that you enjoy in our region is what private people have done. Governors if any governor is, if any state that you think that governor is doing something, is the only governor that employ people that are sweeping the street and cutting, plant flowers. Nothing serious. Nothing serious. And it should give you a concern. Unless if you want to lie to yourself, like I said. Bokereko said, why you see here? I'm just reading your comment, and these are not the Yorubas. Imagine the conspiracy conspiracy going on against Lagos State Governor Ayo Togulis, etc. Haters of Nigeria, also real Nigerians, Yorubas, have left Lagos for this Afonjas. I don't know. I don't know why you think that they are not. I don't know your reason for saying what you said, but to me, no. They know what they're doing, and you should always say it the way it is, my dear. Whether you like it or not, you should say it the way it is. How can you say that it's not Yorubas? How can you say that it's not Yorubas? No, I understand you when you say Afonjas, but okay, non-Afonjas, what are they saying? Those who are not Afonjas, what are they actually saying? Do you understand it? That's all you need to know. That's all you need to know. And there's this, let me remind you, somebody sent a message on our, I saw that message on our WhatsApp group. Okay, let me see if I can get it done.
I'll go again. Any more changes on name changes on street bus and street name changes? Any progress on that? Any more of those happening?
Actually, we have left the era of changing names. Now we are bringing down structures. Over 19 gigantic structures were brought down in Alaba market, and there are video evidence. You see them lamenting, "Oh my God, we have been here for over 20 years. This and that and this." But we just said to them, we just want to know who owns Lagos.
It's not Alaba. It is the trade fair, and the patrons are Joe Igbokwe, the prominent Igbo people, Peter Obi, Ifeanyi Uba, the late Ifeanyi Uba, the Igbos that are the patrons of this particular places.
The owners of
demolished yesterday. Also in Jakonde, do we even need to say all these things? Because we need more.
Yes.
More is coming.
Sasa,
more is coming. More is coming.
I need to understand.
The documents, apart from being illegal, the documents they have. You were not on Dangerous. Like when we played the song, Ubon the Maga. Maga is like somebody we have already, we have played. Can somebody put it in the comment section? Somebody we don't see. Oh, clients. Somebody is putting in that Maga. What we call Maga is like a client. Igbos are our client. They are giving us the money. Again, is not your Maga.
Trying to not let the victim understand that it's going to be a victim. So you not use a word like if
no. Anybody who call Maga is like a client. Mugu.
Oh, Mugu. They are giving you the
Mugu
meaning.
is the victim, is the client that eventually fall victim.
Maga means a novice.
Okay,
The
Yeah.
Igbos like okay. Don't let me explain too much. Don't let me explain too
so
much.
basically a naive person.
It is like
Somebody
this.
who doesn't know
When you have
anything, like
somebody
Naive,
a
that is
client.
gullible.
Yeah, gullible, Maga, you get it.
yes,
Yeah.
when you have somebody that is still in the process, you call him Maga. So Maga is still a client. When he has already fallen a victim, he
Now,
becomes Mugun.
the,
So
the question is, where is Abike Dabere? The woman that was championing, threatening on how to repatriate Abaka. Where is she? She has disappeared. Do you understand? Because they are all the same. Afonjas are growing wing day in, day out. Do you understand? Now watch.
Alaba market for fragrance. Fire. Fire. Alaba. Fire, they go for fragrance to Alaba. Furnish your side.
All right. This is God. This is Alaba International Market. This is Alaba, right? Hear it again. This is not kind of report saying. The video is before you.
Alaba market for fragrance.
Do you understand it? This is today's video. The question is why? It's not up to how many. It's up to a week now that this trending video of how Maga don't pay, shout hallelujah have been trending. Nobody is talking about it, and the demolition continues now. They're still adding its fire, setting everywhere ablaze. It's not trending. Nobody said anything. It's just normal. It's just normal. Don't talk. You know our people now. Don't talk. It's normal. Don't say anything. Just see it the way it is. I've told us this will go a long way to reshaping the minds and brains of many people. Meturundi market I sit at home. No, there's this lady called Esther. Esther, you know Esther, the one working in FM. I don't know how will I get her picture now. She actually she's working in radio in Nigeria. That Esther that always argue, Igbo lady, always making a argument. That's very, very, I don't know. I don't want to say that she hates Igbo people, but she's against anything Biafra, freedom. No. She just, there's a comment that she put on one of my videos. These are Igbo people. Until that her FM now didn't set a place. What will reset her own brain is when that office, that her FM station, somehow, if that thing affects that office, or maybe one or her two, just affects, once the thing touch her now, she will add the voice instantly. You see, Jovica and Ikeguru, I got this shows and all this thing that are yapping nonsense and talking and this and that, saying all manner of nonsense. If their brother was spied or their relative was spied by Nigerian, let's say Nigerian, everyone said that Chioma is a VOB. No, this one I'm talking about Esther. You know, there's a lady called Esther. Esther, not Chioma, Esther. Esther. So she said something on one of my video. I told her that I thought you are by like what you are doing. Do you also bring this your attitude on station? Is that how you are in real life? I thought you would have some adjustments, but I wish everybody well. See, you will not understand until you become a victim or something that will reshape your brain will happen to you. That then only you can adjust. They want to they told you on that video that they want to show you who actually own Lagos. Who own Lagos? All this is just credit to P2B for contesting for president when you know that you're not going to win anything. If you like, let everybody vote for you. Tinubu and his family alone will win you with their vote. I'm not talking about the Yoruba voters. No, I'm talking about Tinubu and his own children. Their vote, they will count it to a billion times. More than because the country is you are not a member. Not anybody that tell you that the second class is actually the person actually showing love to you. There's nothing like second class. You're not even a citizen, let alone. Okay. Anyway, please, I'm gonna end it here. Thank you, my people. Thank you so much. And before you go like the video, if you can, no problem. If you cannot, no problem. See you again. God bless you. Take care. Bye bye for now.